Welcome back, Kaiju fans. Toho just made a jaw-dropping announcement. Godzilla Minus One is getting a sequel. You heard that right. After the explosive award-winning reception of Minus One, it's easy to see why. Directed by the incredibly talented Takashi Yamazaki, Godzilla Minus One didn't just bring back the legendary kaiju, it gave us an emotionally gripping journey, merging incredible action with powerful storytelling that resonates deeply with Japan's post World War II history. Today, we're diving into what made this movie so special and the exciting possibilities for the sequel. First up, let's talk about Takashi Yamazaki and his powerful vision. Yamazaki managed to create one of the most emotionally intense Godzilla films ever. And let me tell you, I've seen all the Godzilla films multiple times, every single one of them. And this was the first one that I felt for the actual humans involved. Mostly they're additions and they're kind of like side characters and side plots. And you're focused on the kaiju themselves. This was the first one that you felt for not only Godzilla and and what he represented, but also for the people involved and seeing their character development. In Godzilla Minus One, we saw Japan still recovering from the devastation of World War II, both economically and emotionally. The kaiju here isn't just a monster, it's a symbol of the destruction, despair, and resilience that define Japan's post war era. This fresh approach gave us a Godzilla movie that doesn't just thrill, but leaves a lasting impact on its viewers. When I watched this movie, I mean, there were tears. I saw people crying at the end of this movie. This was something. This had the ability to take a kaiju movie and make it into something that hits you right in the feels. In that movie, we had a reluctant hero. This was a great hero arc. We have Shikishima, whose journey is an emotional one. He's a man who's haunted by past trauma, PTSD. He's been pushed into a battle he never really wanted to fight. But it's this very struggle that makes his character so relatable and inspiring. We see him grappling with fear and guilt, yet ultimately he finds the courage to stand against an unstoppable force. In many ways, Shikishima embodies Japan's perseverance and resilience, a hero who rises not because he wants to, but because he has to. This complex character arc, expertly brought to life, is one of Minus One's biggest strengths and leaves us curious about his fate in the upcoming sequel. Not only did Godzilla Minus One break new ground in storytelling, but it also made waves on a surprisingly modest budget. It's a testament to the talent, efficiency, and discipline of Toho's team that this movie could rival big budget Hollywood productions in terms of impact. It won awards for how well the visuals were. The music was on point. The story was amazing. So, despite its smaller budget, Minus One received critical acclaim and even award buzz. Now, I'm curious to see if the sequel gets a little bit more of a budget or if they kind of stick with that focused, well disciplined, strict budget. So, fans, what can we expect from this sequel? Toho is keeping those details under wraps, but that doesn't stop us from speculating. Will Shikishima return to continue his hero's journey? And what about the themes? With Minus One tackling post war recovery, could the sequel dive into other significant periods of Japanese history? Perhaps we'll see a new kaiju threat emerge, symbolizing another cultural or environmental issue, something relevant yet timeless. What about Noriko? While, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie, she was alive and in the hospital at the end of the last movie, there was a dark growth on her neck. Could this be a segue towards bringing back Biollante to the series? At the end of Minus One, after the big guy's defeat, we saw his cells regenerating underwater. Could he return in a newer, stronger form? One thing's certain, Toho is on a mission to redefine Godzilla for a new era, and we couldn't be more excited. With Yamazaki at the helm, this sequel has all the potential to be another masterpiece. So, are you ready for more Godzilla? What do you think the next movie will tackle? Do you think we'll get another kaiju like a Anguirus from the OG series? Do you think Noriko will turn into Biollante so the Biollante makes its first appearance in this new line of films? Or maybe there's a little angle with that she has some kind of psychic bond with Godzilla. We don't know. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on all things pop culture, entertainment, and everything in between.